My name is Christine. I'm 49 and I have breast cancer. I'll never forget May 14th, 2021, when my doctor called with the results of my biopsy. Being overwhelmed doesn't come close to describing the panic I felt. I'm a single working mom with 2 boys, one with special needs and one going off to college. It was already a tough year for our family with the pandemic. I worried if I would survive, what would happen to my kids, and how I could possibly manage financially. My patient navigator helped me apply to the Pink Aid's Pink Purse, which approved $1,000 toward my rent. She told me Pink Aid could provide cold cap therapy to preserve my hair. Then a coworker connected me with peer-to-peer mentoring through Pink Aid's Warrior Connection. I'm never the person who reaches out for help, but it was the best thing I've ever done. From the first time I spoke to my mentor, I felt like I was talking to an old friend who knew exactly what I was going through. Despite how hard it is to go through chemo and cold cap, I feel supported and uplifted every time we speak. I'm still at the first part of my journey, but with the help of Pink Aid, I know I've got this.
How I wish we could all be together and that we could give Christine a hug in person. We appreciate your being understanding of our pivot to keep everyone safe and go virtuous. This year, the spirit of Pink Aid is not coming from a gala. It's coming directly from our hearts. We're keeping it real and focusing on the real needs of real families. As presidents, we see this reality every day in the heartbreaking applications that come pouring in and the thank you letters we receive. We'd like to share some of these thank you notes because while we get to open them, they really are intended for all of you. It is with your donations that together we are able to bring compassion to so many breast cancer patients throughout Connecticut and now nationally through Pink Aid's Pink Purse.
Dear Pink Aid's Pink Purse, thanks so much for your generosity to me. I have always felt in control of my destiny, and now in my 69th year, I have learned that my control was just a dream. The mastectomy bra and wig I could never have afforded have enabled me to retain a semblance of what still matters regarding my appearance. To know someone unknown can care so deeply about me banishes the isolation of this illness. You mean so much to me and so many. Jermaine H.
Dear friends at Pink Purse, what a blessing you have been for me and my family paying our water tank replacement bill. The unexpected $100 gift card to Stop and Shop brought tears to my eyes. It was so badly needed. I am so grateful for your gift of acupuncture for the neuropathy in my hands and feet. I so appreciate getting help to regain my balance and mobility. Pink Aid is truly compassion in action. With gratitude, Ruth B.
This one is from St. Paul, Minnesota. Dear Pink Aid's Pink Purse, thank you so very much for your kind and generous financial assistance with my transportation expenses. Your help means the world to me during this extremely challenging time of multiple cancer diagnoses, which can be quite overwhelming and scary. Blessings of gratitude to all of you. May your lives be filled with magic and miracles. Very best loving regards, Suzanne B. Despite COVID and because of the expanded need and isolation of breast cancer patients at this time, in 2020, we opened up the Pink Purse across the United States. Word has spread, and we are so excited to have already granted Pink Purse funds to patients in 30 states. This is all because of our generous donors. Every one of you should be so proud to be part of our Pink Aid movement to turn 50 states pink. To hear the impact we've started to make across the U.S., we'd like you to hear directly from a few of the women we've helped.
Hi, my name is Portia Allen. I would like to thank Pink Aid Pink Purse for helping me with my rent and my utilities while I've been off of work for my treatments for stage 3 breast cancer. I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I receive my treatments at Methodist Hospital and IU here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Again, I would like to say thank you very, very much. That really meant a lot to me and my family for your help. A lot of places would not help in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I really appreciate it. I know you guys are in another city and state. Thank you very much. It's been very stressful while being off work with several surgeries and lots of treatments. And I had both of my breasts removed and several reconstruction surgeries. And I also have a 7-year-old son named Elijah. Come and say hi, Elijah. Let's say thank you. That I'm taking care of. Here's my little boy Elijah. He's 7 years old. Say hi.
Hi.
So we just wanted to say thank you very, very much, and we are appreciated. And when I do get back to work, I am going to donate to you all. Pink Aid, Pink Purse. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Good morning. I wanted to give 1,000 thanks to Pink Aid. You pretty much made this difficult time so much easier, so much better. They came in and helped me when I needed them the most. I had no means of transportation to my chemo treatment and my radiation, and they sent me these amazing vouchers, and I was able to come to and fro my radiation treatment. I am eternally grateful. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Thank you. Thank you. You made this so much easier for me. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I am eternally grateful. Thank you, Pink Aid.
My name is Cheryl Graviak, and I'm a patient of Smilo Cancer Center. I have metastatic breast cancer, and cancer treatment can get very expensive, so Pink Aid has been so helpful to me in this fight against cancer. Sometimes things get a little rough, and asking for help is something that's really hard to do, but I've had to reach out a couple of times, and Pink Aid has been very generous. I'm so happy to have them in my life.
Hi, I would like to thank Pink Purse for helping me back December 2020 when I was diagnosed with brain cancer. Helped me pay my utility bills that got a lot of stress out of me in that time of need.
Hola, Dios les bendiga. Mi nombre es Yajaira Morán. Le quiero dar gracias primeramente a Dios y a la organización Pink Purse por haberme ayudado a pagar el bill de la luz, ya que estoy pasando una enfermedad de cáncer de seno. Me estoy tratando en el hospital Baptist Anderson. Vivo en la ciudad de Jacksonville, Florida. Les agradezco con todo mi corazón por ayudar a estas personas cuando están en necesidades. Que Dios les bendiga a la organización y a todas las personas que apoyan a la organización para ayudar a la gente. Dios les bendiga. Pasen un buen día.
It is our warriors we look to for inspiration, hope, and strength. Today, I come before you as a warrior. I want to share something with all of you. Every woman who has faced breast cancer knows the fear of it coming back. After 12 years, and at the height of COVID, this past year I received a second breast cancer diagnosis. I underwent surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. Because of Pink Aid, this time it was an entirely different experience for many reasons. For one, I was able to have cold cap therapy while undergoing chemo, which allowed me to keep my hair and go through the second diagnosis privately and with dignity until I was ready to share. I was afraid to make it public, as I always want to be a beacon of hope. Cold cap therapy is one of the services Pink Aid grants to patients. It wasn't available to me 12 years ago. How far we have come. While I was able to afford to get cold cap on my own, I saw firsthand how valuable it is for the women we serve. All of the compassionate care that we work so hard to bring to so many patients came back to me. While isolation and loneliness is part of the illness, particularly in the time of COVID, I was surrounded by love, by my Pink Aid family, even at a distance. Through chemo and radiation, helping others became even more important to me. A warrior, again myself, I felt passionate about expanding our warrior connection. Aside from our yearly educational forums, we started a peer mentorship program, which connects newly diagnosed patients with a warrior for friendship and inspiration. This is the most important act of compassion to anyone newly diagnosed. Having gone through breast cancer for a second time took away the fear itself. It showed me that there is life after breast cancer, even a second time. It brought back the fight in me and the ability to learn. It was not the end of my world. With a clean bill of health, I get to have my life back and continue to pay it forward with even more urgency. There is nothing that moves me more than when an underserved woman we help gets her life back on track and gives back to our community in any ways she can. When we talk about turning 50 states pink by pink, we mean compassionate for the underserved women struggling to put food on the table and for all warriors that need a community of support. While it isn't easy to share my story, today I wanted to speak to you directly from my heart. To repeat the quote that has inspired our Pink Aid family from the start, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has.
Thank you so much, Amy, for sharing your story. I know that it was not easy for you to do so, but you have actually showed me that by sharing your story, you can help heal others. Now, I have never had breast cancer, so I do not know what that's like, but last November, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. She lives in France, and COVID has made it quite challenging for me to be with her. COVID has made it challenging for all of us to be with our loved ones, and I think we all know now what it feels like to be disconnected. And this past year, I have seen, watching my mom from a distance, how breast cancer can be isolating. Today, October 7th, is her birthday. She is 88 years old. My mom is a strong woman, an independent woman. She grew up during World War II in Paris. She worked all her life. She showed me that I could be a loving, caring, present mother and also have my own career. My mom's also a survivor. She survived the loss of her son, my brother, who battled for many years with drug addiction. And during that time, she was a rock for her family. Perhaps because of the time that she grew in and because of everything she went through, she's also a really private person. And so when she got her breast cancer diagnosis, she did not want to tell anyone. She didn't want to tell any of her friends. I couldn't travel to be with her because of COVID and travel restrictions. But we FaceTimed every day. I convinced her to take me with her to all her doctor's appointments so I could take notes for her and my dad. It was not ideal, but it was better than nothing. Now, coincidentally, at the same time, somebody from Pink Aid contacted me. And this lady wanted to tell me that the characters Gary and Maggie from A Million Little Things, the show that I'm on, who battled breast cancer, really helped her during her treatment. And this woman opened up to me about her journey, so I opened up to her and told her about my mom. And then a few days later, I got a phone call from Amy Katz. I did not know Amy, and we were on the phone for 45 minutes. Amy shared her story with me. She guided me, she reassured me that I could be there for my mom, even from a distance. When everyone finally got vaccinated, my parents came to visit in Connecticut. And the week they arrived, Pink Aid sent my mom a love necklace and also a card. And it was just my mom and I in the house, I remember. She sat at the table, she opened the card, she read it in English, which is not easy for her. And she said, "This is so nice." And then she started crying. And she said, "I feel so alone." I think it was the first time that she felt there was someone who knew what she was going through. It was certainly the first time that she voiced how isolated she felt. Whether or not people have financial means, all cancer patients are underserved. Nobody has in their spirit everything they need to go through this alone. And in that card was the spirit of Pink Aid, and it meant the world to my mom. Back in France, my mom was due for surgery. She still hadn't told any of her friends. She was out for dinner the night before with my dad, and there at the restaurant, she saw a woman she knew had battled breast cancer. And my mom went over to the ladies' table, opened up, told her she was going for surgery the next day. The lady, of course, knew what she was going through and said, "You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight with all you've got." And my mom recently told me that the card she got from Pink Aid gave her the courage to be vulnerable and to go to that table, to open up. Pink Aid is about the emotional side. It is about the human side, and like so many who have been touched by Pink Aid will tell you, the work that they do restores people's faith in humanity. So I want to say thank you to Pink Aid, to all the volunteers, to the Pink Aid family. You are an example of the positive ripple effects of what happens when we pay it forward. And thank you to all of you in our community for supporting this very unique organization and the movement of compassion that they have started.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I can't wait to see you on that conga line later. It's stories like your mother's that show the importance of supporting and empowering each other to heal, which is why in this time of COVID, while a lot of things have been contracting, Pink Aid is expanding. Word of Pink Purse National spread first to a breast cancer social worker in Maryland, and then quickly to 29 other states. As the applications began pouring in, 6 months into our program, we unfortunately had to cut our budget from helping each patient pay bills up to $1,000 to a cap of only $500. 2 months later, we had to cut the number of applications we could accept and limit payments to utilities and transportation only, as our national budget no longer had the funds to cover rent. To help us raise funds so we can get these numbers back up, we have the most spectacular auction Pink Aid has ever put on. Please bid generously and keep giving from your heart. And stay tuned as we have some really fun ideas about how to spread our fundraising efforts and compassion to turn 50 states pink. With that, I'm thrilled to introduce our 2021 incredible co-chairs, Maria Puya and Asante Robinson.
Thank you, Andrew. Seeing the amazing work Pink Aid does in Connecticut has been very exciting for me to co-chair Pink Aid during its national expansion and to witness Pink Purse helping breast cancer patients so far in 30 states. A short year and a half ago, we were only in 2 states. As a businesswoman, I have seen how national awareness has quickly begun to attract national sponsors. As a longtime sponsor myself, I appreciate the role of our many wonderful, caring corporate sponsors in sharing our vision to spread compassion nationally. Our sponsors sincerely believe in our mission and understand how partnering with Pink Aid can make a real difference in so many lives. As an example, Dark Cars, a leading automotive dealership, is partnering with Pink Purse to start a transportation program to provide needed rides to those women around the country that live far away and don't have the means to get to and from their treatments. This kind of creative partnership also builds awareness, which in turn helps us fundraise to spread compassion. I want to sincerely thank all of our corporate sponsors for helping us increase the amount we can grant per patient and work toward our goal of turning 50 states pink.
4 years ago, I had the incredible experience of walking the Pink Aid runway and feeling like I was transformed from a breast cancer patient to a warrior and role model. We are so sad that our warriors will not get the full experience of walking our runway this year, though they are with us here tonight for something very special and will be invited back to walk next year. This year, in place of our paddle raise and wall of compassion to raise big dollars to keep the lights on and food on the table, in the spirit of Pinka Cabana, we are going to launch the world's longest conga line. To kick off the world's longest virtual line of compassion from Connecticut to Hawaii and everywhere in between, I'm going to ask this year's warriors to join me in spreading the pink love. And right after we start to conga, I'm asking each and every one of you to add your name and donation to the conga line, which will start right here on our webpage tonight, where pink and compassion are always in fashion. Maria and I are starting our conga line in honor of these beautiful warriors tonight. Hit it!